Hello and welcome to the Altered Confusion News. I'm your host Charlie and I am back from vacation and ready to give you a little bit of the gaming news so that I can alter your gaming confusion. So, what have I been up to? Well, of course I was on vacation, but I did bring my Ouya, so I got a couple of games in. Now you may have seen a couple of, I think maybe I posted one, maybe two reviews up on the website while I was out of town. Now, of course, I did play more than just those games, but I did, yeah, I just blinked out. Congratulations. This is what vacation does to your brain. I did play quite a few different games, and I will be writing them up once I've played them to their end. But I do want to talk about something weird that did happen while I was playing the Ouya. I noticed that while I was playing the Ouya for an extended amount of time, my controls started to act weird. What I mean by this is that sometimes in the middle of a game, let's say a platformer game where you're trying to go from left to right, and of course you've got to jump over obstacles. My character would all of a sudden start to wig out. Sometimes would go to the left without me using any input on the controller, or would just start randomly jumping, or maybe a combination of both. The only solution I was able to find for this was that I'd have to go back to the Ouya's main menu, take the batteries out of controller 1, and then turn on controller 2, and then load the game back up and then continue to play. Now, of course, this only worked for a certain amount of time. I'm not exactly sure what the timing is, but my theory is that once my hands really warmed up the controller, that's when the controller started to be weird. So I'm not 100% sure if it was the result of the fact that I have Ouya controllers that came out before the retail version came out, or not. So what I've done is I have bought 2 additional controllers so that I have a full house of 4 just in case I want to play any of those party games. But also, it will give me the ability to test a couple theories on these new controllers. Those should come in on Monday or Tuesday. I'm not exactly sure. But anyways, so I've played a couple of Ouya games. Now, of course, there is some phenomenal games, and they're starting to come out now. And then there are some games that you're going to want to avoid. Now, what I'm hoping to do is because of the fact that a lot of these games are bite-sized, is I'm going to try to play through as many as possible and then give you guys the reviews so that you can understand what games I recommend and which games I think you should probably avoid to play. One of the games that I think that you should avoid currently, but has the potential of getting better, is a game called Phoenix Revival. Right now, it's way too simplistic. It looks, the freaking screen art looks phenomenal, but then it drops you into an empty menu. There is no indication of what the hell you're doing when you've got these planet displays. And on top of that, there's basically a total of, well, I like to think 2 enemies, and they got 2 different colors. They got a blue and a red. I think blues don't shoot and reds do. I think that's the logic there, but it's just, I don't know, there's something missing to really make that game awesome. Anyways, let's see here, what else did I play? I played Shadowgun, which I want more episodes of. I know there's more episodes, at least on the Google Play website, so other Android devices have gotten better games, or better, not better, more episodes to play with. Now, one thing I did notice was the first Shadowgun game, because when you buy Shadowgun on the Ouya, you also get the first expansion. It shows that they were basically really not utilizing Unity to its fullest, and there was a couple small little glitches here and there, but when you play the expansion, you can see that they're starting to get a better grasp on their engine. And of course, I'm assuming that the next expansion, which I can't remember what the name is off the top of my head, is going to be even more crisp. At least that's what I'm hoping for. So if you have an Ouya, definitely check out Shadowgun. I think it's like $5, and it's well worth it. It's a third-person shooter. Yeah, there's a couple bugs here and there, but it was a lot of fun. And of course, I've played a bunch of other games, but I'm not going to reveal all of them right now because I'm not to the point where I feel comfortable really talking about it because I want to review them first. Now, one other thing I did on vacation is I wrote a story. Now, I might be posting it. It's not very long. It's about 8,500 words, but it's complete. Holy shit. I actually wrote something to completion. Stop the presses. We'll see. I'll probably post it up pretty soon. I do need someone to... I have a specific person who's going to read over it to kind of correct some of the grammatical mistakes and then give some suggestions, and then I'll post it. I do also want to say something really brief about the tragic passing of Ryan Davis that basically rocked everyone to their core this past week. The man was electric. The guy was amazing. He knew his shit, but had a way about him that basically invited everyone to be his best friend without ever having to physically meet him. His loss is humongous. I know that, no one can feel as much loss as probably Jeff Gerstmann and Ryan's less than a week old wife. So I'm not even going to try to say, I'm not going to try to one-up them. What I can say is that Ryan and Jeff are the reason why Alter Confusion exists. I saw what they did. They believed in giving unbiased news, and they wanted to give you the truth without sponsors or the man basically poisoning a review so that you continue to have sponsors. They wanted to give you the truth, and with Giant Bomb, they were able, not only were they able to give you the truth, but they were able to basically make a community that exploded with gamers who are passionate just like them. So, we're going to miss you, Ryan. And now, let's go on to some other news. A little bit happier news. This next weekend, today is Saturday, July the 13th, so July the 20th, or excuse me, 19th, 20th, 21st is AndoCon. AndoCon, of course, is the convention in Kennesaw, Georgia. Now, I know that there is another convention happening in Birmingham, but if you're in the Georgia area and you can't make it to the Birmingham one, I recommend that you try to find us, myself and Jesse, at AndoCon, because we will be doing at least one talk, and then, of course, hanging out, chilling, probably playing some games. And then, of course, the bigger convention, which happens in 2 weeks, is MonsterCon 2013, which, of course, is in Greenville, South Carolina. Now, if you are in the area, I highly recommend you get there. Hopefully, there are tickets still available. We're giving not one, but 2 talks, which we're really excited about. And, of course, if you find us during either AndoCon or MonsterCon 2013, we might be giving you one of these. That's right. We have more Alter Confusion buttons. I know that we ran out at MomoCon, but they're back. I, of course, will be counting them to make sure that I have the full amount. But, yes, we'll have buttons to hand out. And, of course, I'm sure we'll have knowledge to spew from our brains. That's probably not the best analogy. Let's just say that we will talk games. Yes. Okay, so, let's wrap this up because we don't want the news to be too long. But I want to thank you for tuning into this impromptu Alter Confusion news, which I think is basically the way we're going to do it. Is when I have time, I'm going to throw some shit up there. I will try to schedule this so that it has some consistency. But for now, it's just basically going to be like, bam, there's some news, which is not too bad. Might brighten up your day. But I will say that, of course, we will get the Google Hangout back online. Of course, last week I was on vacation, so we couldn't do it. This coming week, Zelius and I will be hanging out and chit-chatting. I'm not exactly sure what the topic is going to be, but fear not. We will have a topic or something to shoot the shit with. Anyways, for myself, Charlie, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you soon.